Alright, the next thing that the instructions tell me to do is remove the accelerator pump. Take this 4 screws. Oh, got a little fuel in there. Sheesh. I think I went flying. That looks like it's still together. Let's see how that went. Just like that. Looks like it was like this. We have 4 screws. That's it. Pretty simple. Looks like there's a button behind it. I think we gotta pop out and replace that. Let me see. I ended up breaking this thing. Tried to pull it out of there and it just snapped. It's not very, it's getting a little brittle. So yeah, it just pulled right out of there. It was like this. And I had to see like a little cap. Just kind of pried underneath it and pulled it out. So yeah, that's that. All right, now we're gonna remove the squirter discharge nozzle. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right about there. I don't know if you can see that, right down there where that Phillips screw is. That's where it is. So we'll try to get it out without losing anything. Got a needle nose here. I'm just gonna grab it with that. I think I should be able to get it out here without taking the choke off. Careful. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. There it is. Alright. So it looks like it has a gasket on the end of this screw. It just sits down in here like this. There's the 2 little nozzles. So it probably just sits down in there in the carburetor like that. Said there's a gasket underneath that, and I can see it. So I'm supposed to remove that. I'm not supposed to tip it upside down because there's a needle in there. So I'll just remove the gasket and then go from there, I guess. Just gonna drop it underneath. There it is. Just a little bitty gasket. And notice there's a needle inside there. It says to be careful not to lose it. It'll slide out if you flip the carburetor. So here we go. There it is. All right. There's the needle. And that goes down underneath, right down in there, where the squirter came out of. So that's that. This kit is pretty cool. It comes with pretty much everything you need. I mean, everything that's replaceable on the carburetor. So you get a few different varieties of accelerator pumps, different base gaskets. Yeah, you can get a carb gasket. And, every gasket you can think of is pretty much here. That's in the carburetor. Little clips and pins. That little rubber one that we got to replace. Rubber cap, needle and seat. So we'll start putting her together. All I'm going to do is start with the base plate gasket, and I got the old one on here, so I'm just going to kind of set it on top of it and just take a look if all the holes line up. It looks like they do. So then I'll take the old one off here and just kind of put it over the new one and make sure. I mean, it looks like it's a pretty good match. I don't see any problems with that at all. So, sure that's all lined up. It's the same shape and everything. So I'll put that on there, just like that. And before you start putting this thing back together, make sure you clean it all real well. I just sprayed brake clean in all the holes. You can use compressed air, whatever you got. So, putting this thing back on, I believe it goes like this. Yeah. Okay, so this is, I figured out the best way to get it on there. There's pins. The gasket sits right on the pins. Pretty simple. It holds it on there. And all you gotta do is just set it on. Because the pins are holding it in place. Like that. There. Just throw the screws back in. 6 of them. Torquing and tightening the cross pattern. we go. I'm missing one. That's funny. Now you funny too. Everybody funny. There we go. Should I get in there flat? Looks like it. You know. I did. Alright, next we're going to drop this little needle back where we got it underneath the squirter. Alright, and I just replaced the gasket on the bottom, the gasket that's underneath the squirter, or the whole on top of the squirter, and then just put it back in where you got it out with the Phillips screwdriver. Alright, this way I'm going to try to do it. Got the gasket on there. Nope, it doesn't hold very well. So I'm just gonna try to keep it on there and lower it down with the nose. There's not a whole lot of room in there. And hope that gasket stays on there, which it's not going to. I might have to get some Vaseline. I think I'll do that. Just use a little Vaseline on the gasket. It'll stick to that surface, then you can just lower it down in there. Just put a little grease on the gasket so it stays put. Now I can lower it down and drop it in place. Hopefully. Let's tighten her up. There. That's that. Let's see that in there or not. It's kind of tough to see. Alright, next. Let's just install the power valve. And it goes this way. Got your gasket, new gasket. Actually, I'm going to do it this way so that the gasket sits. See how it's sitting on there? It gets good and lined up. Just going to kind of spin it. Just like that. And you can use, I usually use a crescent wrench. Give it a little Just a little extra. So that's it. Now we're just going to put the jets back in. And all you do is just screw them in. Same way you got them out. Alright, with the screwdriver. And just screw them back in. Don't need to be real tight, just like that. All right, next we're gonna do these idle mixture screws. So we got some new cork we're gonna put in and put screws back in, and then you just bottom them out gently and then turn them back out to 1.5 turns. So what I'm gonna try to do, just gonna kind of slide it in there like that, I guess. Let's kind of press them in, I think. Screwdriver maybe. Just lightly press them in. And then take the needle, easier said than done. All right, well, I'm gonna try to catch a thread here. Maybe. There we go. Just turn them all the way in. Lightly, just till it stops. Don't crank on it. And then it's going to be sitting like this in the engine, or on the engine. So you can just go. So it's half turn, half turn, half turn, and you should be set. All right, so put my little seat back in. It's just the way we took it out. Put backwards. Anyway. That just slides right down in there. And turn it a few threads. And then the big gasket goes on there like that. And then the nut, the adjuster nut goes on top. And then the little gasket and the retaining screw go on top of that. Just like that. And to adjust your float, all you do is turn this. Let's get it down a little bit. Just turn this and bring your float up. Just turning the needle down. It's going to push against this. And the way that they were set was just need to move a little faster. That's tight. they were kind of set like probably almost level. This isn't level, but that's where we need to go. Need to bring it to its level. So this, I got this top screw in there. Keeps. Oh, we don't want to do that. Okay. So. Jeez, I'm dropping everything. Dropping everything. Okay, so that's too tight. Because now the float's way down in there. So, just get it back down there. We'll loosen it up. So we'll get it to. The way I looked at it was it was kind of, the top was kind of level with the bottom of that sight. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. About like that. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see. See how the flat is just about level with that top of that sight? That's about how they were when I took them out. So that's how I'm going to try to set them at. So then you just put your gaskets on. Put your nut back on. That. Then when you want to tighten it, you just tighten it with this. So you just tighten it with a screwdriver. And you can put a crescent. You could put a crescent on there too. But just till it's tight. There you go. That's your float. New needle and seat. Okay, do it on both if you have a double pumper. If you don't, then just do it on the primary. On the accelerator pump, this is the one that was in the carb. See how thick it is? So you want to kind of match it. They gave you 3 of them. You want to kind of match them up. That looks like these two are the same, and then you got a really fat one. So I'm just gonna grab one of these and throw it in. All right, accelerator pump. Got this little cap thing. Just pull her on through. As far as I can tell. Yep. Just pull it on through. And it catches. And I think you can just trim that off because the other one was short. So I think I'll just trim it with this. So let's try to get in there. Oop, there we go. Something like that. So it's not in contact with anything. It's not hitting the bowl or anything. That's it. And then put in the spring. Put in the diaphragm. The other one was looking kind of rough, so I'm thinking it needed to be changed. I mean, everything looks kind of rough on this thing. I don't know how old it is. They haven't been making this carburetor that long, but it's everything was kind of brittle. Now you just tighten them up. Just to go on cross pattern. Just give a little bit more. I'm gonna go crazy with it. Just get them tight. That's it. Definitely feels a lot stiffer, a lot more, I don't know. You can feel the air. It's kind of cool. When you pump it, you feel the air come out of that hole. So, that's it. Okay, and what I do here is it comes with new gaskets for the metering block and the bowls. What I do is I just put it on there, and there's pins. There's a pin there, and you can kind of look, just make sure all the holes are through and they match the other gasket that's already on there, so that you know you're putting the right one on. And then when you got it, you just take the old one off, put the new one on. I do that for the primary and the secondaries. Same with these gaskets here. Same deal. Just gotta, see if it matches. And if it does, then you got the right gasket. And that's it for that. All right. After you got all the gaskets on there, and got your everything back together, all you gotta do is grab the main body, slap the secondaries on there. Oops, wrong way. Oop, try that. Let's try that again. Let's try that one again. All right, after you got all your gaskets ready to go, you can put your secondaries, your secondary float bowl, back on the main body. Do this one. Maybe I should try this. I will this one first. There. It's a little easier. Then I'll put the bowl on. Make sure it's sitting good. Grab a bolt. There, just tighten them up. Please don't go too tight. Just so they feel right. You know, you don't want to bend anything or break anything. So they're not moving anymore. That gasket kind of squishes. It's new. That's about it. And same thing with the primary. Just sit it down there. Plastic piece. That helps fuel splashing back. Okay, this is a little tougher than I thought it was going to be. Try it like this. Okay. Oh, I gotta get the bolts. All right, there it is. One rebuilt Street Avenger 770. So let's get it back on the car and fire it up, see if it runs. Forgot something. These little plastic gaskets on the fuel inlets. Might as well replace them. That's why you bought the kit. So they just slide over the old one off. Put the new ones on. And then they just screw right back in. And I'm going to use my, I got some sight glass for the bowl level. So I'm going to put those in so I can see exactly where the fuel level is in the bowl. Just about got her. these right here, I'm gonna put some sight glass in there so I can see the level of the fuel. It just makes it a little easier to set the fuel level so it's not dripping gas all over your motor when you're trying to set the level. You can just look through there, and they get fogged up after a while, but they work pretty good. So I'll put those in. I can put these in. All you gotta do is unscrew it, try not to drop the carburetor on the floor. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Did I lose one of them? Oh, it's over there. I'm just dropping everything. It's just not. There we go. Hold on. And you just screw this in by hand. It's got a little rubber gasket. Doesn't need to be real tight. Put one on the front, same thing. All right, throw on a new gasket. And throw the carburetor on. Plug in the Just right. Sorry. Yeah. Just right. Fuel line's on. That's gonna do it for the 770 Street Avenger rebuild. Car sounds a lot better. It's not running like it was. It was running really bad, really rich. I mean, just burning your eyes. So I still got some tweaking to do on it, but it sounds a lot better, and hopefully I can get to the racetrack soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you soon.